In terms of the state of addressable, things are really exciting now because we're getting additional operators starting to really come to market. The one that comes to mind immediately is Verizon. So Verizon, obviously Comcast is already deploying linear addressability. Now you've got Verizon in market. So the base is expanding. But what's really interesting is kind of quietly I'm starting to hear national programmers really starting to be interested in how do I actually bring addressable market opportunities to market, and so that creates an opportunity for me to help supply, figure out how to come to market in a viable way, being someone who's used to buy a lot of addressable television. So what I'm starting to see is, yes, we're still on the 1% to 2% of television inventory being addressable within a TV set. And but there's a lot of things that are kind of behind the scenes that I can feel happening that's going to explode that marketplace.
So what about the upfront? And we hear about NBC spending $1 billion on audience, and what do you think about, I don't know about this particular upfront, but the marketplace for television advertising?
Well, video advertising I think is going to continue to grow. I mean, video consumption is for sure going to grow, and so now how is that going to be monetized? Some of the things that I'm seeing in this year's upfront is some of the programmers leaning forward into the index-based buying. Data is the first step in the whole key. I mean, you learn how to be addressable and audience-based buying because of the data. And so anything that NBCU might be doing to progress that, or Open AP, I think those are movements in the right direction, absolutely. And then, we're excited because we're announcing a partnership with a company called Tapad. And when I worked at Publicis, we would use an optimizer. We called it TARDIS, and it was a great optimizer. But now that I'm on my own, what am I going to use? So we're going to be licensing Tapad, which is a device graph that gets us across screen. So it gets us a look, not only what are you watching on TV by using smart TV data from Vizio, but also how do I connect that to all the other screens and what am I doing on those screens? So really getting cross screen in terms of attribution, allocation, optimization, and one day full addressability. So we're really excited by the partnership because what I'm seeing is really advanced data coming to television buying.
And what about the media that goes along with that, the creative, and how that's versioned or delivered, or are you happy with that, or where do we stand on the continuum there?
So I have yet to really crack the code on television creative versioning. But what I am seeing is some really interesting things in online video that were able to be done. And there's a bunch of companies out there that are doing 5,000 or more versions of the ad in online video. And when television becomes even more kind of real-time and sophisticated, I think we're going to see more of that coming. It hasn't happened yet, and I think that's a big opportunity. And once the data starts to inform, you need to start speaking to the consumer in something that's more meaningful to them. And so I think it's a matter of time, but I haven't seen it yet.
What's your roadmap?
So we're excited to announce our first partnership with Tapad, and that gives us a really powerful tool for when we're pitching clients direct. So we're pitching clients direct. We're having good traction in being consultants to those folks that are trying to figure out how best to bring kind of advanced TV products to market. So we're finding a lot of traction there. There's a lot of unanswered questions, but the opportunity is so big that there's a big appetite for assistance there, while my business partner, glad to announce that Steve Murtos, who I've worked with for 10 years at Publicis, has joined as my co-founder. So we bring almost 50 years of experience in television buying and advanced television. So we're really excited to start, pitching aggressively what we believe is the biggest opportunity to bring new money to television, and that would be direct mail marketers and mid-market marketers. So really smaller budgets, but very savvy digital advertisers. Think like a Stitch Fix. You're seeing them in your Facebook feed, new to TV, and we think that we can show them the way using these new sophisticated tools, whether it be device graph or identity graphs or addressable television. We think that there's a really big opportunity to bring new money and to provide value to people who've never been on television before.